Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Training camp is back. The boys are there for early Sunday morning training camp in Philadelphia, coming off of the first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to talk about a little film pertaining to that in a while. You know what I'm saying? Yo, make sure you tap in. New Hurt Season version 2 hats are available. We back in the kitchen cooking up, me and the Print Champs, man. We got the OG green slime lettering. We got the white lettering. And also the OG Hurt Season hats up there right now. But you know when you grab one of these, you know what that means, man. You get a choice of any one of these three free t-shirts, any one of these 3 t-shirts for 50% off. So make sure you tap in with that. So, yo, man, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they released the linebacker we just signed, Shaquille Quarterman. We got him out of here, unfortunately, but we did pick up some depth in the safety area, and that's what I've been most, worried about in terms of, just with Gardner Johnson and his injury status and things of that nature. So we pick up Kadeem Stearns. He was a 5th-round pick in 2021. He played in 21 games over the last 3 years for the Broncos, still only 24 years old. He has 4 interceptions and 9 passes defensed in 21 games. That's impressive. You know what I mean? Stearns was released by the Broncos, picked up by the Panthers, and then waived when he failed the physical. He won't practice right away with the Eagles. Eagles needed some depth at safety with CJ, GJ, and Gardner hurt. Stearns is a pretty good player to take a chance on in camp. He comes from that Vic Fangio group of guys that Fangio has run across in his illustrious career, and this is what Fangio had to say about him.
Moved well, had good instincts, good ball skills, had a good feel for the game. We just need to see where he's at physically. He's only played 5 games in the last 2 years, I believe. I don't believe you'll see him out here on the practice field at least for a week or so. So we need to see where he is physically, how he's moving around, and then go from there.
Cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. If Fangio taking a chance on him, we need depth there. Fangio understands something, then it is what it is, man. I don't think that they really like what they saw out of Maddox and some of those safety reps against the Ravens. Bradbury is still learning. Without CJ Gardner Johnson, it looks a little different back there for sure. So, I like what I saw. I like what I saw out of training camp. I like what I saw out of the game against the Baltimore Ravens for sure. You got a couple Eagles that were nicked up, you know what I mean, in that game. And these guys that are on the screen right now are guys that, won't be practicing today, the injury report. So, after one game, we got the injury report. It sucks to see Grant Calcaterra on there with a shoulder. He did get tackled pretty hard. And I said in the live stream, like, damn, man, Grant don't be having the best luck, man, with some of these collisions and stuff like that. And lo and behold, he got to miss practice today from preseason week 1. Tight end 2 is still a point. It's still a point of emphasis for me, man. It's still a major point of emphasis for me. But we're gonna get into that in a second, man. But before we get into this film, you know what I'm saying? Let's take a word, man, from BetUS, man. Shout out to the sponsors at BetUS. If you're looking for a new book this football season, BetUS is the answer. Fastest payouts in the industry. 125% sign-up bonus 3 times up to $2,000. 200% crypto deposit bonus. Fast and easy deposits. Withdrawal process A1. Check out my BetUS link in the description below. Also, take advantage of the 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year, live wagering on all major games, best betting variety in the business, man. Get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. That's just because they're good people over there. So tap into it, man. Go in there and see what you got, man. I talked last week about Jalen Hurts' odds being at a plus 240 for throwing for 4,000 pass yards. I think that that's a lock. You know what I'm saying? I think that A.J. Brown is a lock for 1,000 yards. You probably won't get a plus 240 on that. But, just look around and see what's out there for BetUS, man. Click my link and go ahead and take advantage of that for sure. Let's get into this film. Man, preseason was crazy, man. I loved every minute of it, man. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. This kid impressed me. Johnny Wilson, the blocking ability on this play right here. I can see why we're so fond of him. We lost Alameda Ezekis. He was a great downfield blocker, but Johnny Wilson is bigger, able to seal off and help out, with the wide receiver screen right there. There's tons of value, man, tons of opportunity for Johnny Wilson to get his in his offense, man. I kind of like what I saw out of the offense the first couple drives. I really did. Johnny Wilson making himself available right there. I like what I saw out of the offense the first couple of drives. I'm not going to lie. They were patient. They had a script. They stuck to the script. You know, Kenny Pickett is limited, so we're not going to really, you know, harbor too much on that. You know, I wasn't expecting these guys to come out there and just throw for a bunch of crazy amount of yards and stuff like that. But Gainwell looked like he had some pop in his legs. He got some spring. A lot of people are under the impression that he should look fresh for the simple fact that, you know, we mistreated our running backs last year. But Mekhi Becton, these guys were able to, you know, they were able to create some holes. And the running backs was able to find their way in space. Can't really be mad at it. Can't really be mad at it. Kenny Pickett is a backup. We're not going to act like he's much more than anything else. The haters will try to have us believe that Kenny Pickett was here to challenge Jalen Hurts for a job. We all know that that was false. We all know that that was never going to be the case. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It was up to us to, you know, be the ones to, you know, understand what to even worry about and what not to. That kid Nate Wiggins, though, man, from Baltimore, he was good. He was good. He was real good. I think a number of Kenny Pickett throws kind of sailed on him. It wasn't a lot of power in a lot of these throws, if you want me to be for real. And, you know, wide receiver, cornerbacks had the opportunity to break on a lot of these balls and break a lot of passes up. But, yeah, man, you see it again right there, man. A nice wide receiver screen. Just sticking to the script. Not doing too much. Just sticking to the script, man. Nice wide receiver. I'm sorry, that was a tight end screen. Grant Calcaterra. I think this is where Calcaterra got hurt. No, is this where he got hurt at? He got a shoulder injury, so he's on the injury report. They got to do something about that tight end 2 spot, man. But, you know, just sticking to the script, man. Just keeping guys warmed up and stuff like that. There, Nate Wiggins go again. I would like to see a throw like that more towards the sideline instead of the inside of the field. But like I said, man, it's preseason, man. We're not going to harp too much on that, man. It's preseason. It is preseason. Just a bad ball, though. You know what I mean? I don't think Ross really had leverage either way you look at it. Just a bad ball there. But, you know, in all, the blocking was good. That's one thing you want to worry about. The blocking was good. I think we tried to pick on Wiggins a lot because, you know, we got some experienced guys out there. You got Ross out there trying to make a roster spot. You know, Ross been around for a couple of years. But, you know, the offense, I wasn't never really concerned about the offense. You know, a lot of stuff came out that we was going to see the offense for a series or two. But this the defense right here, man. This is what I was concerned about, man. Like, on this play right here, for example, man, you see Zach Bond kind of over-pursue. I don't know where they were looking to make a name for themselves, but Zach Bond takes himself out the play. White gets blocked out the play. And then, you know, you get a gap that's created right there. You got a gap that's created right there. I feel like the starters were more nervous than what you're going to see from Trotter Jr. and Nakobe Dean in a minute. I think the starters were a little nervous. I think the starters, you know, the first couple reps, you know, they didn't get the opportunity to warm up like the second unit did. So I think it was a little rust, a little nerves. You know, I think our defensive line got good push, but I think the plan for the Ravens was always to get the ball out quick, you know, to get some reps to some of these guys. That was always the plan. As you see, we show blitz a lot under Fangio, I feel like. We show blitz right there. Devin White was able to be disruptive. You know, I can see that happening a lot this year where we show our hand, you know what I mean? Because maybe we feel as though we got to commit. We got to commit. We got to force the hand of the defense. We show our hand, and we just got to be in the right place at the right time to make it happen. I wasn't really impressed with the safety play. I ain't going to lie, man. When guys are running the ball, I want to see the safeties coming downhill as well to help. I want to see gang tackling, man. I want to see gang tackling. I think the linebackers were doing their job. You know, Bryce Huff really didn't do too much to make me, you know what I mean, feel some type of way. But this is him off the edge. We're showing where we're bringing the pressure from, again, off the left side. You clearly see it. You can clearly see we bringing the pressure off the left side. You know what I mean? But, you know, Jalen Carter gets his mid up right here. You know what I mean? Textbook, smacks that down. You know what I mean? The big man can have a rest for the rest of the day. We already know what he brings to the table. Textbook, though. Textbook. Quinyon Mitchell right here. This is where Quinyon Mitchell ends this drive. I really like it, man. Staying on the hip pocket, jumping around. Ooh, almost came up with one. Almost came up with one, man. Almost came up with one. I think we got us one with Quinyon Mitchell. That's good push on that play, too, by Nolan Smith. You know what I mean? Real good push on that play by Nolan Smith. And, we forced them to take 3. We forced them to take 3 right here. And let's get the offense back out on the field. This is the touchdown drive right here. I think that this was beautifully executed, though. Beautifully executed, this drive. Kenneth Gainwell, started the drive off for the most part. Then I think we pulled Kenneth Gainwell and we started getting Shipley some reps in here. But Kenneth Gainwell is finding the holes. He's finding the creases. He's running like a running back that has played in the National Football League before. So, this is what I expect from Kenneth Gainwell. But I'll tell you this, man. When you see Shipley, man, Shipley would make me believe that second spot ain't as secure as we think, based upon the things I've seen from Shipley. And also Covey, man. Covey got something to say about that third spot. We already know what Covey brings in the return game. But, Covey is a little shifty, man. Covey is trying to show y'all that I'm a wide receiver first. I might have returning ability, but I'm a wide receiver first. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I got to be. Again, Gainwell, finding the crease, being really, really patient. Finding the crease, keeping those feet churning, falling forward. But it's the blocking for me, man. Tyler Steen out there. You see that defensive line? The offensive line? They blocking, man. They getting these guys open. And here's Donnell Shipley. Shipley's going to take over. Again, able to find the crease. When your offensive line is coached by Stoutland and guys are able to block to this magnitude, you know what I mean? It's going to be a good day for you. But I like how the Ravens are gang tackling, though. Shipley going to get some good work, some good physical, tough running here. Now, he's not breaking long runs, but what he's doing is he's getting contact, and he's keeping the defense honest. It's not a tackle for loss. You know what I mean? It's good, physical, hard running. Blue-collar running, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to be thankful for this mindset that we have in this game. That's a good throw right there. That's a good throw, good route. Good route by Ross. That's a good throw by Kenny Pickett. When Kenny Pickett is able to step into a throw and the guy's able to get – a lot of things got to go right for Kenny Pickett to, complete this type of pass. A lot of things got to go right. You know what I mean? Kenny Pickett stares him down, all of that stuff. Ross had to run a great route, but, yeah. Look at that, man. Good pop, a good burst by Shipley, man, to get to the second level. I like Donnell Shipley, man. I think him and Kenneth Gainwell are pretty much interchangeable, for real. I think the more Donnell Shipley gets reps, the more we're going to see how valuable he is for us. Up to this point in the game, it's not a lot of scheming, not a lot of designing and stuff like that. But when we get in striking distance, then you're going to see Kellen Moore's fingerprints a little more. This is just a generic offense being ran right here. Just making sure he should have bounced that outside. Just making sure guys can block. Just making sure guys can be where they're supposed to be. There's no real sorcery or no real trickery to this right now. But you will see, when it starts getting a little closer down the line to how things are starting to look like, the coordinator's got their fingerprints on this and it's not Nick Sirianni or it's not no other entity. You know what I mean? It's a lot of nice running, nice little ground and pounding right here. And I believe that the Eagles will set a lot of teams up like this year. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles will throw a lot of jabs. These are jabs. You see? And look how the defense was off. That's the hit that I think got Greg Calcaterra on the shoulder. But look. They're expecting another jab. Look at them all react to the running back. Open up that throwing window. I expect the Philadelphia Eagles to keep throwing these jabs out at defenses. Now, I know it's preseason and this is vanilla, but I can see the DNA in the footprint. I can see the footprint in the DNA. Now we hit them with a real jab. Like I said, it's not going for positive yardage. It's not going for a lot of positive yardage, I should say, but it's keeping the defense honest. that RPO, that type of movement, it keeps him honest, man. It keeps him real honest. Real honest, man. But you know, on this right here, just a subtle pre-snap motion. Shipley comes over, motions to the other side of the quarterback. That whole second level shifts. Then they follow Shipley. Slant on the backside to Ross again. Now that is a Kellen Moore type play. Now we're getting into the bolts. Look at that, the pre-snap motion. Look how everybody shifts. Everybody has to talk, communicate. They all follow Shipley. Look at that. Look at that. That's a Kellen Moore type of play. Now, it's the basics of it, but that's a Kellen Moore type of play right there. You know, then we go back to our regular set, to the running back, keeping them honest, keeping them honest, keeping them honest, keeping them honest. Go back to our regular set of keeping them honest. They got to worry about it. They got to think about it. You know what I mean? But I like how the line, the offensive line shifts to get that second level to shift. I love it. Keeping them honest. Another run. Another run. That's a good run. That's a good run. That's a good run. Just keeping them honest, man. Just being physical. Just wearing them down. Just wearing them down, being physical. Just wearing them down. You know, now on this next play, this is where we get to what we're not used to seeing. Guys under center. The tight end motions closer to the line of scrimmage. That's a beautiful play, man. They follow the other tight end up the seam. The tight end that motion seals off Shipley for the touchdown on a wheel route. Now we're gonna look at this again. Let's look at this from this angle. When this guy motions in, they got to think about it. They got to communicate. You see 81 go up the seam. They got to follow him. They got a choice to make. That is what Kellen Moore brings to the table. That's what Kellen Moore brings to the table. This is the second time we've seen the starting defense. I think they played much better on this drive right here. They played much better on this drive. You know what I mean? Guys were starting to be aware. You see Zach Bond and you see Devin White in sync. We need that from these guys if they're going to be the starters. You know, you now see guys getting their hands dirty. Guys are looking for contact, looking for collision. You know what I mean? Looking for contact, looking for collision. I think Jalix Hunt is in the game at this point. And this is what I'm talking about with Maddox, man. I don't know what Maddox's responsibility was here, but he clearly can see that the quarterback is staring. Maddox got a lot of playing time. I think you should be in that window a little sooner than that. You clearly can see that he's staring him down. Look at his eyes. He's staring him down. You know what I mean? Jalix Hunt to come off of his block and be out there dropping in coverage is big. That's big time for Jalix Hunt to be in coverage like that. But he is a big guy. He is fast. You know what I mean? He is fast. And I think he actually could tackle. I think he could tackle. To an extent, you know, I like him in blitz packages and things of that nature. The jury's still out on Huff. For real. We asking Huff to do something completely different. It was a false start right there. We asking Huff to be different. We asking him to do something different. But you know what I mean? Hey man, we paid him and it gotta be done. It gotta be done. I like this set with Jalix Hunt hand out the dirt. Nolan Smith hand out the dirt. Even though we didn't see how this play materialized because of the false start. But this is Vic Fangio having his fingerprints on things. This is Vic Fangio saying things are about to be different around here. They're about to be different. Again, you see it again. You see it again. Nolan Smith. Now we show blitz. We create a little havoc. That's a good catch and throw, though. That's a good catch and throw. Although it was on Keely Ringo, I think Keely Ringo played pretty solid in this game. I think he actually played more than solid. He was challenged downfield a couple times. You know what I mean? He was right there in the hip pocket of the receiver. But that's just a good time and throw right there. Good time and throw, back shoulder type of fade situation. You know, this is what I want run stopping plays to look like for the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward. Just get in there, cause some havoc, man. Look at Zach Bond. Look at Bradbury close to the line of scrimmage. Get in there, Bradbury. Get in there. Get in there. And you know, I love this sneaky blitz by Quinyon Mitchell. I want to see Quinyon Mitchell take a better angle on something like that. He came free. I expect him to put a hand on the quarterback. But you also see the athleticism of Jalen Hunt able to trace this guy outside. You see it. You see the athleticism on play. Listen, the future is bright, man. Quinyon Mitchell almost gets there. Jalen Hunt, no, you're not going to run. If Jalen Hunt not there, that's a touchdown probably. But it's not happening on Jalen Hunt. Watch. The speed, man. The speed. The speed. Yep. I like it. Who's that coming off the edge? Is that Patrick Johnson? Like it. Guys are doing their job. Guys are doing their job. And you got to be used to this, man. If you Keely Ringo, man, you got to expect to see a lot of this if you're going to be getting a lot of these reps. You got to expect to see a lot of this, and he held his own beautifully right here. He held his own beautifully right here. The wide receiver did low-key get inside leverage, but that didn't stop Keely Ringo from doing his job. That didn't stop Keely Ringo from still contesting his pass. Keely Ringo didn't give up on that play. He's able to use that length, that size. Keely Ringo is above average for a cornerback in terms of size right now. In terms of size right now. But this is a great play right here, man. This is a great play. I think our linebackers' awareness is going to be much better in red zone situations, man. The awareness of the linebackers, man, because this is a real good play by Devin White, man. He's carried to the other side by the linebacker, by the running back, because that's his responsibility in a man-to-man situation. But this is where the game gets interesting to me, man. From this play moving forward, you are going to see that Nakobe Dean and Trotter Jr. had a different type of battery in their back. A different type of battery in their back. Trotter comes down there and gets the tackle. Nakobe Dean is damn near the first person down there. He's damn near the first person down there. Nakobe Dean makes him run into Trotter. You know what I mean? Nakobe Dean is on it. The first person down there. Trotter gets the sack. Trotter gets the tackle. First action on the field, I think. Now these guys are going to start taking off and showing you why the potential is there. Dean shows blitz. Shows it. Gets chipped by the running back and still is able to get up and make contact with the quarterback. That's a great play by Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean shows the blitz. I want us to be a little more discreet. We ain't got to show so much, but Nakobe shows it. I'm coming. As soon as that ball moves, he's gone. Nakobe Blitz is a great blitzing linebacker. He takes the contact, gets right back up. Still, that could have been a fumble. That could have been a fumble. Still is able to get on the quarterback ass and affect the pass. Still. You know what I mean? Then again, I just was looking at linebackers, man. Trotter Jr. plugging up that hole. I think Trotter Jr., if Trotter Jr. get the minutes that he should get, he should have at least 50 tackles this year. Even if he's not starting, he's good. You know what I mean? He's good, bro. He is a run-stuffing linebacker who also can cover, who also can blitz. Like he's above what we've had in terms of young linebackers in the past. He's above what we had before. You know, it's just a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure that they were putting on the quarterback from the linebacker spot. Trotter again. He almost gets through there. Look, through the offensive lineman and, you know, through the running back to get to that court. Make that quarterback throw that ball a little earlier. Make him throw that ball a little earlier. Disrupt the timing, man. We need guys that's going to speed up the clock. Too many times last year have we had quarterbacks just be able to pick their poison and do whatever they want, man. Too many times last year, man. We got to start speeding up the clock of some of these offenses, man. Guys were sitting back there comfortable. We ain't blitzed no linebackers like we should have. You know what I mean? We ain't try to put no pressure on nobody like we should have. We just went out there and let everybody do whatever they wanted to do against us, bro. We went out there and let everybody do whatever they wanted to do against us, man. Fangio was giving these linebackers the green light to go out there and get some money. Go out there and get some money. Because when quarterbacks have to rush throws, cornerbacks eat too. Cornerbacks eat too. Look at this. They got him moving, getting happy feet. Sack. Trotter Jr. sack. That's a beautiful play, man. That's a beautiful play. The whole defense played well right here. It's a lot to unpack right here. Yeah, Trotter got the sack, but look at how the linebackers carry guys from zone to zone and stay on their responsibility. Look at Dean staying on responsibility, not giving him nowhere to go. Trotter is going to get the sack, but you know, the backside was working well. Then he tries to find an escape. Trotter sheds, sack. That's complementary defense on all levels. On all levels. But you know what it's powered by? It's powered. Oh, that's a nasty hit by Dean. It's powered by the linebackers, bro. It's powered by the linebackers. Nakobe Dean sitting in that hole mano-y-mano. Mano-y-mano. His responsibility is 36. His responsibility is 36. Nakobe Dean went out there and got his man. Went out there and got his man. Incomplete. Incompletion. Incomplete. Look, that pressure, man, that pressure will do it. That pressure will do it. That pressure will do it. It will make them unload that ball fast, man. I like it, man. I this is just a taste of how aggressive we gonna be. A taste of how aggressive we gonna be, man. Trotter Jr. is a heat-seeking missile, bro. He comes from his responsibility once he diagnoses the play and gets there before Nakobe Dean does. Look, he's there before Dean. Dean is blocked already. Dean is helping make the hole. Dean ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this is why Covey might make the roster, to be honest. Covey might make the roster because of the return ability, man. Well, this ain't that return. My bad. You know what I mean? But the return ability of Covey is why he honestly might make the roster. But you know, it ain't nothing to be upset about, man. It ain't nothing to be upset about, man. Good returners, you know what I mean? They don't come along too often. I really wish I would have saw some of Cooper DeJean in this game. I do. I really wish I'd have saw some of Cooper DeJean in this game. You know, but Covey is out there, you know, trying to get his reps as a wide receiver. And you can't really be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. This is in a hurry-up situation, I believe. You know, the blocking on the offensive line from these backup guys is A1, man. It's A1 blocking, man. It's A1 blocking. Of course, some things happen. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you know, Pickett was able to have a clean pocket. He wasn't under the rest. None of that stuff, man. Tyler Steen is a starter quality starter quality in this league. Starter quality in this league. Starter quality in this league. But Stoutland University, man, nobody does it like Stoutland, man. Nobody does it like Stoutland, man. We lucky, man. We're lucky to have an offensive coordinator like Jeff Stoutland, man, coaching these boys up and getting these boys up to snuff. But all in all, man, you know, I really think that it's a lot to be happy about right here. Initially, I'm like, the first unit defense playing this many reps together against a backup defense should look better. But it's preseason week 1. It's preseason week 1, man. Dudes are just now getting the body parts moving. Dudes are just now getting acclimated for a long, grueling season. You know what I mean? It's preseason week 1, man. Preseason week 1. I'm really not expecting a lot from Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter to look dominant in preseason week 1. Preseason is for offenses to show off. Johnny Wilson got to catch that. He's a big body guy. Preseason is for offenses to show off. It's for offenses to show what they have for the most part. Some of these young quarterbacks are going to come out here and let y'all know that they could play. But we not one of them teams, man. I do expect to see Jalen Hurts and them guys out there at the link for the next preseason game this upcoming Friday. I expect to see them. I'm not even going to act like I don't expect to see it. I wholeheartedly expect to see it. And, you know, I expect them to be competent. I don't want to see any false starts. You know what I mean? I ain't really expecting to see no A.J. Brown and Smitty and none of them guys. I really don't think them guys got to play. But I think your quarterback should throw the ball to some of these guys trying to make the roster too. You know what I mean? It really don't help nobody, in my opinion, if they catching passes from a backup quarterback who ain't got the best arm. You know what I mean? If you want to show me you can make the roster, then you're going to be catching balls from the starting quarterback if your number called. You know, if Jalen Hurts play, I don't want to see Jalen Hurts with his weapons. I want to see Jalen Hurts with some of these guys fighting for roster spots. I do. Because I want Jalen Hurts to show y'all why he's special. And I want some of these guys to show how they can help Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Going out there catching balls from Kenny Pickett help who? Who will help? Kenny Pickett ain't slated to play a damn down. Who will help? That's all I'm saying. Who will help? It don't help nobody, man. How we going to know if some of these young guys are truly special if we don't put them out there with Jalen Hurts? How we going to know that? How we going to understand that? How we going to diagnose that? How we going to know that? We ain't got no way of knowing that these guys are special, man, unless you put them out there with Jalen Hurts. You know, N'Kobe Dean and Trotter Jr. earned some minutes. They earned some valuable minutes. For real. Shipley with the with the tackle. Shipley had a monster game, man. Shipley and Trotter definitely impressed me. Jalen Son impressed me. Nolan Smith looked good. You know what I mean? Nolan Smith looked good. I was just impressed by a couple of these young players, man. Quinyon Mitchell. You know, people don't even try Quinyon Mitchell. It's no let's pick on Quinyon Mitchell. Look at Jalen Hunt. Look at just look at these are rookies, bro. These are rookies who are standing out. These are rookies who are standing out. Jalen Hunt is so smooth when he coming off that edge. Make him move off his square. You know what I'm saying? Incomplete pass. Pressure, bust, pipes. Pressure, bust, pipes. I can't say it enough. Keely Ringo, great pass defense again. Athleticism, length. Keely could have picked that off. Keely Ringo could have picked that off. But, you know, in due time, man, we really going to see what some of these youngsters made of, man. They're going to have to learn and develop Jalen Hunt again. I like Jalen Hunt. I was confused about the pick because we picked him so high, but I see why now. I believe he used to play safety or something like that, but I see why. I see why it was the decision made by the Philadelphia Eagles. But I can't wait for, you know, the next preseason game. I want to see who's out there. I want to talk about the film as well. But you definitely could see why the guys I have in this thumbnail are the guys I believe that stock shot through the roof. You know what I mean? Off of one preseason game, the stock is just up. You know what I mean? They're showing why. They're showing why they were brought here. I should have put Shipley in the thumbnail as well, but I believe Shipley's stock is high after this game. But yeah.